Hi, I'm Barglefump. This is the schedule from my book review channel for August 2024. So, getting close to the end of the Babysitters Club series here. The 10 best Claudia books in the Babysitters Club series, and the 9 worst Claudia books in the Babysitters Club series. I'm done with all the Claudia books. Then we have Nancy Drew Files 103, which is kind of a romance. It's not really a romance, okay, but there is a romantic scene at the end. I guess that's close enough with Nancy and Ned. But this one was majorly a romance, because the victim's a romance novelist, and she's in a love triangle. And of course, there's a hot detective in town that kisses Nancy. She cheats on Ned a lot in this series. Encyclopedia Brown tracks them down. Book number 8. I did a poll saying, what should I do next? And people said, hey, Encyclopedia Brown. So, gonna finish the Encyclopedia Brown review series. I did books 1 through 7, so now I've got 8 and 9 coming up on the 12th. Then Babysitters Club, the last Kristy book of the Babysitters Club series, and the last Stacy book of the Babysitters Club series. Like I said, really close. Should only be like 1 to 2 months away from being completely finished with Babysitters Club. A very, very long-running project. On the 18th, I'll do reviews for the next 2 books in the Nancy Drew Files series. So, number 105 was really interesting. It was like this kidnap mystery, very different for this series. And then, 106, again, it wants to be like a romance novel, and it's not really, but it's okay. Next 2 Encyclopedia Brown books. Looks like number 10 and 11, going up on the 21st. On the 24th, the test with Kristy. Her 5 worst books and her 10 best books. So I like 10 Kristy books and disliked 5 of them. Oh, that's a pretty good ratio, though. That's like 2/3 of Kristy books are good. Cool. On the 27th, Warriors, The Prophecy Begins. They finally did the Warriors graphic novel. So I reviewed that, and then I did a video talking about the changes between the graphic novel and the original book. They're pretty similar. The graphic novel has like 5 chapters of book number 2. No joke. So they cut out 80% of book number 2, and that's in the graphic novel. The 20% that wasn't cut out. They left out a lot. These are the books that I reviewed last month, July. I finished the Bunnicula series. So Bunnicula number 6, right? Bunnicula number 6 and Bunnicula number 7. So I read those, and then I moved on to the Tales from the House of Bunnicula, which is a humorous spin-off series. The books are written by Howie. They're very short, like 88 pages. They have lots of illustrations and various interludes. So I read books 1, 2, 5, and 3 of that series. Was not reading the series in order. Doesn't matter. You don't have to read that series in order. There is a trilogy of books about Ever After High written by Shannon Hale. So I read all 3 of the books in the trilogy. Storybook of Legends was really good. Unfairest of Them All, I didn't like as much, but it's still pretty good. And then Wonderlandful Life is, Wonderlandful World is the humorous one. It's the comedy book of the series. So of course that's the one I like the most. My Father's Dragon, did a review for My Father's Dragon. I read the next 2 books in the series. I'll try to do those reviews sometime this month. I read 3 books in the Mr. Men series, and they were all pretty good. I think Mr. Bump was the best, but also kind of the worst, because it doesn't have much of a story. It's just a bunch of silly things happen to Mr. Bump. He gets into accidents over and over and over again, and then the book ends, basically. I did like it, though. I really liked it. I think Mr. Happy was the one I didn't like, because the resolution was not very good. Mr. Happy meets Mr. Miserable, and he's like, okay, Mr. Miserable, I'm gonna make you happy. And he takes him outside, and that's it. That's the end. Now Mr. Miserable is happy because he went outside. I'm like, come on! They could have done a lot more with that story of Mr. Happy meeting his evil doppelganger. Spy X Family number 7 and Spy X Family number 8 over here. Oh, and just on a whim, I read the second Zorro book, which is The Further Adventures of Zorro, where Zorro's about to get married. His bride is kidnapped by pirates, and he spends the entire book chasing after pirates trying to save her. And he does make some fairly dumb decisions in order to keep the story going for like an extra 50 pages. I think he does that twice. Oh yes, and of course the pirates are working with the evil Captain Ramon, the villain from the first book, even though the villain was clearly killed at the end of the first book, and so he can't be alive to get revenge on Zorro. That was a weird decision. Anyway, yeah, those are all the books that I did reviews for last month. Thanks for watching my video. Have a great month.